Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes and
Moose Mike.
so welcome back to all our returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give us a thumbie. They are free, so you will be seeing this on Thursday, evidently. I am not spending the day in my pajamas. I am filming the night before and it is very, very late because Mike has been a beaver in a way. We will get to that in a minute because on a Thursday here at Manfa's Makes, it has been for quite some time.
Title of the week, Thursday.
And he did it quietly because we've got 3 children in bed and the 4th will be heading there shortly, so we need to get on and tell you all the stuff. So, if you watched Tile of the Week Thursday last week, you will know that Mike was only partway through the tile after quite a few struggles. But as soon as we filmed that episode, he has been working hard to complete that tile. And I am pleased to tell you that he did it. And he is going to show you now. There you go. So last week's tiled bricks, that is Mike's version. He did it. So I believe it was Kimberly that was waiting for these. Let me just double check that. I do not want to give you the wrong information. Oh. Yes, Kimberly, both of your tiles are now complete, sweetheart. So they will be winging their way to you at some point in the very near future. I say after Christmas because obviously the expenditure of Christmas, but we shall see how it goes. So that was last week. There is a complete playlist of all the tiles we have created, and I rushed in with Mike's last week and I didn't even tell you what we're doing. No, you can tell Manfa's tired and she's not thinking straight. So, Tile of the Week Thursday, what is it for all you newbies? I received this in July of 2022. Yes, guys, over a year ago in Happy Mail from my Amazon wishlist. It is 100 crochet tiles, edited by Sarah Callard. Lots of different designers, lots of different styles, lots of different techniques. And in my overexcitement at receiving some Happy Mail, this book, I declared I was going to make all 100 of these tiles, one a week until it was done. And I had most of YouTube laughing at me because the penny didn't drop, guys, that this is going to take the best part of 2 years. And then when it did drop, I was like, but I've said it now and I've got to do it. So this is what we're doing. So the one Mike just showed you was week 65. Ooh. Just dropped my phone. Do excuse me. This is Car Crash Telly, guys. Car Crash Telly. I am just going to look through my emails because, yes, it was tile 65, tiled bricks. So the one we are about to show you will be tile 66. So as you can see, we are way past the halfway point. We are coasting towards the finish line. Once we have shown you this one, we will only have 34 more to do. That was quick maths for Manfa. That was impressive. I can't pick up my phone without dropping it, and I can't explain to you what video we're doing, but I can quick math. I don't know how my brain works. Oh yeah, and I'm not spending the day in my jammies. I'm filming the night before, like I said, because it's been a week. Again, it really has been a week, but that's life, right? So excuse my Hufflepuff little Oodie number here, but it's getting really chilly in the UK and I'm refusing to put my heating on yet because it costs a fortune. So we are layering up. Mike's still in a t-shirt, look. He's not bothered. I'm like, it's so cold.
I'm getting used to it.
But then I've always been a more cold running person. So anywho, tile 66 has been claimed. The beautiful Chris Loves Crochet. If you don't know her, why not? Fabulous. Living and teaching in Bangkok at the moment.
Ooh.
She emailed and requested the tile we are about to show you. So Chris, my tile has been semi-engineered towards you. Mike just picked two really nice colours, and actually if it had been stuck to two solids, it does look super impressive. So we have gone for two different aesthetics, two different appearances. We've put our own spin on it, and we hope you enjoy them. They are slightly different sizes, apologies for that. And looking at mine, I think I have boobed somewhere, and I don't know where. But Chris, when you hear the struggles I had, you will forgive the boobs, and you will love it regardless, because it was made with you in mind, and it was made with love. Next week's tile is up for grabs, so once I show you what is coming next week, if you would like to claim it and own it at some point as soon as I can get it shipped, the first to email me gets first dibs, which is how Chris got her hands on this one. And like I said, if you don't know Chris, you should know Chris. She is fabulous. She stands for a lot of what I believe in as well. She is very real. She is very genuine. She literally shares it all, including some of her personal life, which we are not on a bound to do here as content creators. But she is just so amazing that she really does invite us into her life. And Chris, I appreciate that, because it is so nice and humbling to watch someone who is so honest and so real. Excuse me. But like I said, she is living and teaching in Bangkok. Originally, she is from America. And she just has such energy. She is just so inspiring. She can take any colour of yarn and colours you would never think go together in a million years and create just absolute beauty and masterpieces. And that really does show talent and skill. She may say that it's more luck than judgment, but you have to have that natural ability to make it work, and she has it in spades, guys. She really does. She is a really super cool chick, and I'm happy that some of my crochet is going to go and live with her. I don't know what they're going to grow up to be. Maybe Chris will show that on her channel. Who knows? Chris, if you want to, that's fine. Or if you want to explain on your channel when you receive them what you're going to use them for. Chris also did mention that she is trying to set up a crochet class within or amongst the students that she teaches over in Bangkok, and she is trying to encourage the next generation to pick up our wonderful art form, which is awe-inspiring in itself. And she also did mention to me in the email that she is trying to tell her male students that it is okay for boys to crochet too, and
wow,
we fully stand behind that.
Oh,
You just gave him a sneak peek. Oh, that was a slip on Mike's behalf. And when I told Mike that, he was very honoured that he has kind of, in a roundabout way, going to be used as a kind of visual. Look, this guy crochets. He sat with his girlfriend. You know, they love each other. But Manfa did the crocheting. Mike wanted to know what it was all about. In fact, guys, if you are watching, this is Chris's students. Mike said, well, it can't be that hard. So to prove a point, I taught him how, and now he is smashing it out the park. And if any of Chris's students are watching, it really is a wonderful craft to get involved with. It is just endless, the possibilities of things you can make. It's not just these flat squares that we're showing you today. It is actual 3D amigurumi, and I know some of our students know what amigurumi are because she's made some for some of her classrooms in her school. But you are not limited. The only limitation you have is your own imagination, and I've heard other content creators saying that, and it is oh so true. There are lots of stereotypes when it comes to males that use yarn as their art form.
Yep.
And there should be no stereotypes right across the board in any walk of life, because we are all individual, we are all unique, and we are all somebody to be celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have any connotations on anything other than Mike is my boyfriend. He wanted to prove a point that crochet can't be that hard. He learned, and now he's showcasing it beside me on my channel. So honestly, boys and girls, the next generation, please pick up your hooks. Please, please get involved in the yarn fibre arts, because we want to see what the next generation can bring. It is super exciting, and we do not want this art form to die out. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, what height you are, what skin colour you have, what religion you hold, what country you live in. None of that matters except that yarn and that hook and your imagination. That's it. That's all you need. Yarn, hook, imagination, and a good teacher. And Chris's students, if you are watching, you will have the best teacher in Chris, because she can do things that even I couldn't even begin to fathom and put together. She is another level. So actually you have one of the best people teaching you. So go for it. Boys and girls, whatever age, young, old, and all in between. Go
and
for it.
if I remember correctly, crochet started as a male job.
Yes. And what was that male job?
Fishermen.
When they were making their nets to catch the fish. They were the first to invent crochet. By tying their string in a certain way meant that they could catch the fish and feed their family.
And now it's a modern art form.
Actually, it's not just girls, and actually it was pretty much started by the blokes. So go for it. Have no shame, have no embarrassment. You want to crochet, you crochet. Crochet your little hearts out. Honestly, it's well worth it. Anyway, Chris, I hope when you get these you are pleased with them. Like I said, I have messed up a little bit and I do apologise, but this tile threw me for a loop and did not please me. So although it was made with love in mind for Chris, there was a little bit of frustration alongside it. But I think Chris gets that. You can't have love without frustration sometimes. Okay? So this week was Tunnel Vision. The designer again was Carol Ibbotson. She again requested 2 colours and she recommended a 3.5mm hook. She suggested Aran or a 4-weight. I actually decided that we were going to use DK this week, which is a 3-weight. So I did my 4mm dots actually this week. You did your 4mm clover as standard, yeah. And again, this is inset mosaic, but it is not in the round. It's backwards and forwards in rows, 46 rows. This is what it's supposed to look like. Tunnel vision. Okay, and to Manfa, she sees this and she sees rainbows. Okay, I can't help it. I really can't help it. Rainbows are massively important, sentimental and meaningful for me. So I thought, how can I incorporate rainbow? One of the yarns I used was rainbow variegated, and you will see how that turned out in just a second. Now, I was reading the written instructions because all of the patterns in this book have both written instructions and a chart or a graph, however you want to say that. And we had been pre-warned by other people that are joining along that there were a few rows that were wrong. They were correct. For me, I found mistakes in row 29 and in row 35. Row 35 was just wrong completely. And I am just going to give you a quick flick because I'm not supposed to show you the pattern. This is the first time I've written all over it. Literally scribbled wrong, wrong, wrong. No, 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 no. Not happening. Not doing it. Mike, on the other hand, chose to follow the graph, didn't you? And Mike found that much easier. So I thought, right, well, I'll have a look at the graph if it's easier to follow. And I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking. And it's not like any mosaic graph I have ever worked from before, ever. It made 0 sense to me. Absolutely 0. Mike had to walk me through a graph. Oh, how the tables have turned. I am very thankful for his help, but I'm also mortified that the pupil is now teaching the teacher. But all joking aside, guys, that is absolutely fine because it enabled us to get the tiles done, right? So does it really matter who figured it out and who understands it? No, not really, because we get a finished project at the end of it. So yes, there were mistakes. Yes, I couldn't wrap my head around the graph. I don't even want to begin to explain to you what I struggled with because it would give too much of the information away, and I can't do that for copyright reasons. But let's just say Manfa had a little bit of a brain fart on this one and needed Mike's help massively. Mike, on the other hand, having trouble last week, just this time. And I'm like, great. So I didn't struggle last week. I'm struggling this week. So we swap roles. And yes, Chris, there are size differences. So whether you want to stretch and block the heck out of mine to make it match Mike's, or whether you want to use them for two completely separate things, I completely understand. I'm so sorry, but we have different tension. And that is always going to be the case. Yeah, didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, really didn't appreciate the mistakes, really didn't appreciate a graph that I couldn't wrap my head around. I just had a real tough time with it. That's all I can tell you.
And I had to adjust my tension this week because my yarn was quite flimsy. So if I pulled it too tight, it'd be really small and
Wow,
look
at mine.
it.
Look at mine. So
I had to adjust mine today at this time, and I managed to do it because I found the graph easy.
But it made no sense to me. This is why people need to lean on each other. That's why we've got channels and we ask advice, and we are always going to be honest. We struggle, we tell you. We find it easy, we're going to say. Just because it's simple for us doesn't mean it's going to be simple for everyone.
Because I found the graph easy, I had extra space in my mind to go loose. Because normally I'm tighter.
Yeah.
Extra dink that I do.
Yeah. We did it, but yeah, we didn't enjoy it. Well, I didn't enjoy it. Mike didn't find it too bad. So do you want to see? So Chris, like I said, I used rainbow variegated, but I also had to put some sparkle in there because it's Manfa. Manfa loves rainbow, pink and sparkles, and this tile has all three of those elements in it, because technically pink is not in the rainbow, but in Manfa's world there's always pink in a rainbow, and I'm not going to be told any different. So this encapsulates Manfa completely, and I know that Chris is partial to a rainbow as well. So hopefully Chris will be happy with it. Now, which way round is it?
The bit where you don't see the... That's the back.
And how have you figured that?
Because of this.
Well, then that's the back.
That's what I pointed at.
Okay. Here, Chris. Here's mine. Silver sparkles and rainbow goodness. Now, it does mean that the pattern is not very clear to see, and I'll show you what I mean, because I will hold it up next to Mike's. So if you hold yours up, you can clearly see it in Mike's. Now, you can see it clearer up here with the darker colours, but here with the lighter colours, it's not as obvious. But two completely different takes on the same pattern, guys. So, Chris, do with it as you will. We tried our very best. But this is not my best crochet.
Mine's got a little warpage, but only on the corners.
In the future, Chris, I'm going to have to send you something more accurate to my skills, because this is not in any way, shape or form. So there you go, tunnel vision, done and dusted, in the bag. Now, I hinted...
So if you look at mine, and you focus on the rainbows, but if you look at this bit and this bit, they're actually triangles.
Yeah.
Tunnel vision.
There you go. So I hinted earlier that there are others doing this as well, and there are. Some of them started from the very beginning with us, some of us jumped in part way, some of them are on hiatus, may not even come back to it. Those that jumped in halfway, some of them have done catch-up tiles, some of them are not bothering, they're just doing it from the tile that they joined in on onwards. All of that is a-okay, because this was never started as a crochet along. It was just me speaking without thinking, getting myself into a right little kerfuffle, but we are committed and we are going to see it through to the bitter end. So if you want to see anyone else that is joining in the top of your YouTube search bar, if you type in hashtag Tile of the Week Thursday, anyone who has used that hashtag on their videos or in their posts, they will pop up. There will be beyond weeks of viewing pleasure in there. I will link our playlist down below of all the tiles that we have done.
Quite a few.
Yeah, well, 65. Now we're going into 60. No, this is 66. We're going into 67. Some of them we really didn't enjoy, caused mantrams, nearly caused Mike to quit.
Completely. Not just tiles, completely.
But we clawed it back, and some of them were okay. Most of them are meh. But, you know, it is what it is, and we are going to see it through until we've done all 100. So that complete playlist will be down below, and like I said, you can see everyone else by typing in that hashtag in the top of YouTube. And also, when you have finished watching this video, guys, I would very much appreciate it if you could go to my community tab, because the beautiful Josephine has once again sent in her picture of her Tile 66 tunnel vision, and I have 2 posts to share from Tracy. One is last week's, the tile she made last week, but I received it too late to put on my community tab last week, so I'm going to squeeze it in this one. And she has started tunnel vision, and she has done a catch-up tile as well. So there are going to be 2 posts from Tracy this week. And neither of them have content on their channels. They are just loyal Yarny friends and family who want to join in and show their support. And through me, they can showcase what they have made. And it's absolutely fantastic. So please, please drop them a kind comment and tell them how awesome they are, how awesome their work is. I would really appreciate it. So do you want to see what tile 67 looks like? So be vigilant. If you like the look of it, and you want whatever Mike and I create, you need to get that email to me, because the first one that I receive will be the first one that gets it. That's how we're doing this. It is called Offset Squares. Again, it is Carol Ibbotson. Again, she wants 2 colours. Again, she wants a full weight, and again, she recommends a 3.5mm hook. Again, it is inset mosaic, and again, it's in rose. So pretty much the same kind of concept as the last 2 weeks. There we go.
Do you know what that reminds me of?
Ugh.
Mint humbugs.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because the colours she used were black and mint.
There you go.
There you go. So yeah, Offset Squares. If you want it, email me. We are yet to make it, but we will come back next week and show you what we did make. Oh, Michael.
Well, you do that every week as well, so...
46 again.
Oh.
It's literally just carbon copies, just putting your stitches to make a different pretty pattern.
Yep. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, and then after next week, we've got 1 more mosaic, and then we're moving into tapestry.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The one next week is 24 rows and 2 borders. The one after next week, I mean. So it's a smaller one. Anyway, that's not what we're doing. We're doing offset squares for next week. So if you want to email me, like I said, check out my community tab. Give those lovely ladies that are supporting me a bit of love. Find out who else is doing it and go and give them some love. And Chris, I hope you enjoy them when you receive them, honey, because even though I didn't enjoy it, I just love the fact that I was making it for you. And I hope you get lots of uptake on your crochet class that you're trying to do with your students. And I hope that a lot of very talented and inspiring young artists come of that class, because the world needs more of them, for sure. And that, guys, I think, is that. Please come back tomorrow. We will be doing crochet catch-up. Again, there won't be a lot to show, I don't think, because life, adulting, we're just really not catching a break. And on top of that, obviously, I am still helping the beautiful Rebecca over at Merrymaker to inventory her yarn. I am having a blast, but it is eating into my crochet time. So although I'm doing yarny things, there's nothing I can show you, because it's Becca's documents and her stash, so it's personal to her. But I'm still so thankful that she's asked me to do it for her. And again, guys, if any of you want me to inventory your stash, pop me an email and I am more than happy to do that for you. Yeah, so I think we're going to wrap it up. So until we see you in Crochet Catch Up tomorrow,
stay safe.
Be kind.
Look after one another.
Get some good quality time in with your loved ones.
Get some good quality crafting time in.
We will see you in the next one.
Or around the YouTube streets.
Bye, guys. Love you loads.
Bye.